everybody. It's Stephen and Walter for our daily episode of S&W in Oz. And I don't mean the place where they drop houses on you and melt witches with water. Okay, so not a lot to tell you today because this was a very leisurely day. It's our last day here in Brisbane.
It started off really rainy today, and it looked like it wasn't going to stop raining until about 2 o'clock. But it actually cleared up at about 10 or 11.
Yeah, we didn't get an early start. We didn't get out of here until almost 10 o'clock, I think. And we decided to go and get something called a go-kart?
A go-kart, yeah. It's a card their transit card. This is what it looks like. And it's so that we could take something called the City Cat. And the City Cat is a ferry that Brisbane's built on a big river. And so it's a ferry that travels up and down the river type of thing. So we decided to take it for a part. Apparently, if you take the ferry from start to finish and do a complete loop, it's 3 hours. But we only did one segment of it, and it took about an hour or so.
Oh, no, we were on there longer than that. We were on there for probably an hour and a half.
Okay,
whatever. Now the card, you buy the card at all kinds of different convenience store outlets. There's a 7-Eleven around the corner from us, and you can buy it there. It initially costs you $10 for the card, period. And then then you add whatever you want onto it. The girl at the checkout recommended we go with the minimal amount, which was $10 on each card. If you don't use everything that's on the card, you can go over to, there's a train station not far from us right now. You can go in there and you can get a refund on the unused portion. We're not going to worry about it because we used pretty much the max, I think it was. Well,
it was about, I think it was $248. So we paid about $7.50. Our ride cost about $7.50
for the distance we went. So we're not going to worry about that too much.
Yeah, I mean, we could have taken, instead of taking that, we could have taken a boat cruise of the river system on a regular boat, like a cruise boat that tells you all the information about the area.
You know, the history and things.
And stuff. Part. But that would have cost us $50 a piece, and we didn't really feel dedicated to do that.
I don't know. I hear those people talk about the history and everything, and although I find it somewhat interesting, it's Charlie Brown's teacher. Blah, 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 blah.
Well, I mean, we've been on so many trips that, you know, people, they tell you all kinds of information and bores you to tears, and you don't remember any of it.
No.
You might remember one tiny little thing of it, and that's it.
Unless you're Heidi or Colleen, who have brains that remember all this stuff. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, so
but we don't have those kind of
not
brains.
only that, I felt that being on one of these harbor cruises, we'll be stuck on it for.
Yeah, that's the other thing. This we
at least this we can just go and get off wherever we want to. What it does, it's like any transit system. It stops at different locations, and you can get off wherever you want. So what happened was we picked a spot where there's a lot of restaurants. And we decided to get off around lunchtime and have lunch. So
yeah, we have lunch there. So anyways, we did that today, but we did do some walking too, because where we got off to have lunch, we had a walk there, and that's Felons. And you've heard us talk on an earlier video about Felons, which is a great big microbrewery place right on the water kind of a thing. It's huge in there, and it was busy. Of course, we sat out in the back 40 of it. They have a back patio. It doesn't face the river, it's opposite, but that's okay. We saw the river. We weren't that concerned about it. We were just hungry, so you know, we ordered our standard beer and a pizza. Pizza was good.
Yeah, I mean, I originally thought of going there. I looked up their menu online, and it said they had all these salads and you can get pizza. But when we got there, the menu I must have been looking at was an old menu because it didn't have the salads on there. So
yeah, so anyways, we just had pizza and beer, and that was fine. And then we trundled back here, made a couple of stops. We were out of body wash, so we needed that because you don't want smelly body. And we picked up some necessities because tomorrow we're leaving for the Sticks. We're going to where? Stanthorpe?
Stanthorpe, yeah.
And the population of?
There's about 6,700.
6,700. Far cry from Brisbane, which is over 2 million. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a culture shock. It's a couple of...
We'll be going through Hicksville, Australia.
It's kind of a couple of hours away from here. However, you know, we're only spending one night there. But we don't know what they have. I'm sure they have a grocery store, and I'm sure they
Well,
probably have a bottle shop. But
I know they grow apples there, so they have a big apple.
so, oh yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting the big apples there.
Yeah, and then
Ooh.
they have some wineries in the area and stuff like that. We don't know what we'll do when
No.
we get there. We might drive around a bit and have a look
Yeah,
around.
take a look
but-
at this, that, and the other thing. Actually, I'm kind of looking forward to getting away from city life and going into sort of the sticks. Like it's not going to be that rustic, because I don't do rustic.
There weren't a lot of choices for accommodation when I was looking for it. So, but I'm sure we'll be fine for one night.
Yeah, and so we tend to eat, as you've heard us say before, usually a larger meal around for lunch, and then at night sometimes we don't have anything. Sometimes we just have, like last night, some peanut butter on raisin bread. Yeah, that's
I had
good.
cheese on raisin.
Oh, you had cheese on raisin bread. Walter upgraded. And tonight on the menu, we bought a bag of nacho chips, a bottle of salsa, and some more tasty cheese. And we have a microwave in the room. So guess what? Nachos! Kind of. But we'll never feel that
I
hungry.
mean, I'm not all that hungry.
No.
Like, I'm not really starved or anything like that. I don't really feel like going out for a big meal. When we're walking around all day long, we get really tired. And I just like to veg.
Yep. Plus,
And-
got a lot of sun today because I got a little singed again. I did wear my sunscreen, but a little singed. I got a little singed on top of my legs. So
Yeah,
now,
because we were sitting outside on the boat.
so now I
for a
have
while.
striped legs. I have red here, I have white here, and then across my feet where my sandals are, I have red bands. Yeah. Okay. So can you spot the tourist in the crowd? I think so. So yeah, we took a lot of footage of what Brisbane looks like from the waterway as well. So you'll probably be completely bored with that. And also there might be a few things out of order, but I don't think you'll really know. Only people that'll know it's out of order are probably the people who are native here to this area. Because Walter shot some footage as well. And so I'm kind of going to be combining the two together. So this might be a little boring today. I don't know. It depends on how much you're into scenery from a river. But you do get a good glimpse at what the residences are like for people that live here in Brisbane along the water, because there's quite a variety. I think a lot of people might live either in apartments or condos.
There's some big houses.
There's some big houses down there, because I imagine real estate is fairly expensive the closer you are to the river, like that as well. But it's interesting to see all of that as well. Brisbane is a really nice city. So if you come to Australia and have the opportunity to come to Brisbane, by all means, I think you should. I mean, everybody goes to Sydney, and Sydney's nice too, but Sydney's very different from Brisbane.
Yeah.
Both are nice, both are very clean, but Sydney is, as you would expect, has a big city kind of mentality. Brisbane is a big city too, but it's more, I don't know, laid back, it seems, or...
Like, I mean, we've been to a fair number of cities in Australia over the years, and each city has their own flavor.
Yeah, they're all unique.
They're all a bit unique, and but each has its nice areas, and I can't say they have any bad areas.
Well, if they do, we've not really been in them.
And they all have nice areas, and they have their own little take on what they've done to, like, waterfront facilities for people and restaurants and things like that. And their way of life is a little bit more laid back than
A little bit more relaxed. Like when we went to the restaurant today, to Felons, very popular spot, huge spot, everybody brunches. I mean, it was packed. There were tons of people, you know, out. It is Sunday. I suppose that's something to do on Sunday, but even during the week, when we were here, things are busy when it comes to food establishments. Food is as expensive here in their restaurants as it is in our country. But you know, we were looking at things, and they do have a minimum wage like we have in Ontario, Canada. It's considerably higher than our minimum wage. Our minimum wage is around $15 an hour. Here it's like 23 something.
I'd have to look at it, the Australian minimum wage again, but I looked it up when we got here and it was like 22 or 23.
Now, I know the Americans are going to say, sure they do, but then think of the taxes they're paying. Yeah, they're paying taxes. We do in Canada as well. But there are advantages to paying taxes. I know Americans have a problem with taxes. They try not to pay them. I mean, who likes paying them?
It says
Let's face
it's,
it.
the national minimum wage for Australia is $23.23
Nice. Nice.
per hour.
So, you know, I think that encourages your economy. If people have a little bit more money, now, mind you, it's all relative. They're paying possibly, well, like I said, I don't think it was more.
Anyone
Then we pay
under
for-
16, anyone under 16 years of age gets $7.48 an hour.
Wow, that's a considerable drop.
Yeah,
Because I think, are under 16?
yeah,
Well, I'm not sure what that is in our country.
no.
I don't know if if everybody gets the same minimum wage regardless of age or not. I'm not sure.
Well,
about that.
under 16, age 16, you get $9.62. Age 17, you get $11.75. Aged 18, you get $13.89.
So it's kind of graduated.
So,
depending
yeah,
on
it's
age.
graduated. I don't know what
I don't know if we do
age
that.
group is for minimum wage. How old you have to be to get minimum wage?
I imagine probably 21
Yeah, I don't
because of
know.
the way those other percentages were going. But nevertheless, they pay well. Okay? So that's the thing, you know. And that maybe is why people maybe they have a little bit more disposable income for things like going out. I don't know. I'm sure I'll be told by the Australians over here what's going
Yeah,
on.
what's going on? Like maybe we've got. I don't know if we've got it mixed up or something. I just looked at what I saw on the internet. But if somebody lives in Australia and knows something more than I do, then please
And they
leave a
probably do.
message.
So, yeah. But anyways, yeah. So last night in Brisbane, it's been nice. I'm ready to move on.
Well, see, the other thing here is there's a no tipping policy. So
Yeah.
if you get food in a restaurant and stuff like that, you're not expected to
You're not
tip,
expected
so.
to tip. But anyways, so yeah, it's time to move on to other places and see other things and whatnot. We had 5 days here, and I think that's enough. At least I find for me.
Well,
was
it
enough.
is, and we've been to Brisbane before, so
Yeah.
it's not like we have a lot of things that we want to see here. So,
And we've seen it.
I mean, a lot of people were talking about going to some mountain that's close by, that's within the city that has a nice view of Brisbane.
But we've done that last
Well,
time.
we did that last time we were here. It was wonderful. It has a good view.
Yeah.
We still have lots of pictures of that.
Yeah.
We don't need to do it a second
Yeah,
time.
we don't need it again. Once was enough for that. But anyways, yeah, nice place. If you come to Australia, think about coming to Brisbane. All right, so on with today's video clips. As I said, it's going to be mostly from the water on the boat we were on. So, you know, if you want to fast forward through parts of it, feel free to do so. As if I can
You
stop
want
you.
to turn us off?
Yeah,
To
as if
whatever.
we can stop you. Yeah, really, only in our imagination. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow from on the road to and in Stanthorpe. So this will be our last full day in Brisbane, and tomorrow we strike out on the road again for a different adventure. But today we're going to go on the water taxis, water ferries, whatever they're called, and explore the city from the river as well. And you can see that it was raining earlier. It's not now. Hopefully it will stay dry while we're out today. But do tune in later today when we post our daily video about our adventures to see what we see when we're out and about in Brisbane along the river. So this will be our last full day in Brisbane, and tomorrow we strike out on the road again for a different adventure. But today we're going to go on the water taxis, water ferries, whatever they're called, and explore the city from the river as well. And you can see that it was raining earlier. It's not now. Hopefully it will stay dry while we're out today. But do tune in later today when we post our daily video about our adventures to see what we see when we're out and about in Brisbane along the river. Okay, so we're on the City Cat right now. We got these
Disembarking from the front, please remember to tap off your go-kart and collect your belongings if you leave us here.
And we got one of these cards, go-kart, which you tap on, tap off, and it's a reloadable card. So it costs you initially $10 for the card, and then we've got $10 on each of our cards as well. So we're not really sure where that gets us or how far it goes or whatever. I guess we'll find out. But we're going to see the city from the river a little bit, and maybe we'll be one spot where we'll get off and look around if it looks interesting. Don't know what we're going to see. Join the adventure. So Walter has a map, and we're on the blue line. Oops. And we got on, point to where we got on.
We got on at North Key.
Okay. And so right now we're at the South Bank.
Yeah.
South Bank 3?
1.
1. So we up here, okay. And then that's going to take us over to the gardens, the QUT gardens, Queensland University, whatever T stands for. I don't know what T stands for in that, but whatever. And so looping around. So is there a spot over here that we should...
I think university is spelled UT.
Oh, okay. That's maybe what I mean. Okay, so then we go up around and up to that loop at the top, on top of Holman Street, down to Docks.
Yeah, there's where that beer thing was up here, right?
What, Felon?
Yeah, Felon.
Where we-
You'd have to get off at Riverside to go to Felon. Then there's Sydney Street, and there's Mulberry Park, Norman Park, and this goes quite, this goes quite a ways. Wow.
If you can find it.
Yeah, hang on.
iPhone challenged. Alright.
Okay, this goes all the way around to over there. North Shore, Hamilton.
North Shore, Hamilton. So, now, is there anything of interest in any one of these spots?
Well, there is a list of things that you can go see. A lot of them are parks, and
Yeah.
some are shopping areas and stuff like that. So some are like for a stadium or something like that. And yeah.
Okay, so we will see what we will see. And right now, this is what we're seeing here. So we'll come back. So we decided to move outside on the boat so I can get some shots here as we go and by different spots. So that's the North Shore.
Here's the new bridge.
This is
they're
the
building.
South Shore, and this is a new bridge that they're building. They already have quite a few bridges that go across here, but I mean, I don't know what they got, about 4 counted or 5. Right now, it's kind of a nice day, gentle breeze. It's let me check my watch. It is 24 degrees C. As I said earlier, it was raining a bit when we got up this morning, but now it's still a little bit overcast. So I don't know if it'll rain later today or not. I hope not. It can rain at night when we're not out and about. Or for those of you that are from other parts of the world, I just said about. I did not say about. I
I don't know,
don't.
it sounded too, but it sounded like it to me.
It was about. About. It was not a boot. We're on a boot. This is a boot. We're out and about on a boot. Eh? I have to say one thing about Brisbane though. They do have a really nice city line. Like, very modern looking. There's the bridge. You can go on a walk on that bridge if you wish, like climb it, like we did many years ago when the first time we came to Sydney. We did the Harbour Bridge walk. Once is always enough, I think. We were younger men in those days. And of course Walter's afraid of heights, so although he did very well on that bridge walk we did.
People on the top.
Oh yeah, bunch of people. I don't know if you can see it or not on the top up there, way up. They've been doing the bridge climb. There's safety cables and everything you're hooked into when you do those kind of things. Like, it would be pretty much impossible for you to fall. So where is this stop we're coming to now? Is this the one that goes to the Queensland University Park or whatever?
That's that stop that we, no, that's past it. We're past it now.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, because over there is where the brewery is, Felon.
Unless we see someplace.
More of the shoreline.
Big homes.
Some of the waterfront residences. There's Walter.
There's some of your sunscreen. All of that.
I'd give you a commentary about this, but I have no idea what I'm talking about. Well, I could sing. I'd probably be demonetized for more reasons than one. Thought you'd like to see the back of the boat. This is the back. Walter's gone to the back to take some pictures from it. This is how you get on and get off. We're at the end of the line right now. We're turning back from the way we came, but we're going to get off at some point because we're going to go for lunch. And this is what the inside of the boat looks like. Little bird is catching a ride. Did you tap on and tap off, little bird? Are you a little freeloader?
Lively venue at a farmer container wharf containing stalls with international eats and beer.
Ah, the little bird has a friend. They're two little hitchhikers. Don't see a go card between the two of them.
It looks like it's a
All the little birds are flocking up top. They're going to attack Walter. They're just waiting for him. And they're going. See, there's one coming in now. Get him. Oh, missed. under the bridge right now.
The next stop will be Riverside, disembarking from the front. Please remember to tap off your go card and collect your belongings if you leave us here.
Okay, we're at Felons. We're having lunch. We're drinking beer, and I have to cut this off or I'll get demonetized.